we're going to talk about financial planning for aging parents. And just to let you know from an overview standpoint, I'm going to go through basically 5 key overall points. I'm going to talk about these in a little bit of depth today, but each month going forward, we're going to break out each section and cover this in depth because there's an awful lot of moving pieces to this. There is no perfect in this. There is just the practice of it and trying to get to what works best for you, your loved ones, your family, okay? So let's talk about the changing landscape of aging right now. As we all know that there is a growing population of seniors and an increase in the life expectancy. Right now, currently, life expectancy in the United States is 78.4. For men, that's 75.8 years of life. And for women, that's longer, that's 81.1. It actually took a pretty significant dip during COVID, actually was reduced by about 2 years. But that life expectancy number has been increasing over the last 2 years. And I expect will continue to unless we go through, hopefully, do not go through something again like COVID. There are unique financial challenges that we're facing right now with parents, the declining health. And really what should be added here is long-term declining health. If you have people that are slowly sliding and losing capacity and ability and mobility, this kind of long downward declining spiral can be very, very challenging. Also, we have rising healthcare costs. There's been a lot of press lately about the conflict between health insurance and the patients and what the doctors are seeing. And we're seeing just a tremendous demand and also a tremendous increase in cost. And then there's also the potential for cognitive decline. And there's 2 things that I want to mention here. First off, in cognitive decline, there's an awful lot of scams that are going on where people are preying upon the elderly, calling up, saying that they've got, some situation that a grandparent has to help solve for their family and they need $6,000, $7,000, or you wind up having people draining their bank account because they don't realize they're being scammed. As I've said before, my mother is deep into Alzheimer's, dementia, and everybody kind of has their own flavor, but there is a tremendous number of people out there that are suffering from a cognitive decline, and it makes the communication and the planning a little bit more harder. So if there are things to be done sooner rather than later is something to keep in mind. Also, the importance of proactive financial planning to ensure their well-being and their peace of mind. It's very important to have these plans put into place. Again, not perfectly, but what we're looking for is to help with that person's general well-being and also with their peace of mind. You want to create calmness in this storm, okay? And it's much easier to occur if you have that peace of mind. Next, we're going to talk about what are the essential considerations out there. Assessing your parents' current financial situation, including their assets, their income, their liabilities, their expenses. Need to have a handle on how they're doing. I call it, are you able to make everything float with the income that comes in? Oftentimes this is Social Security or pensions, annual distributions or repetitive distributions from investment accounts, royalties, all kinds of different things. Well, you want to have a handle on what their situation is and how they're doing financially. You want to also identify any potential financial risk and vulnerabilities. I always put it this way. If your goal is that you're going to retire and you're going to pass away within 3 to 5 years, you probably don't need a financial advisor, okay? And this is a little bit of my dark humor coming through. But without a doubt, the most challenging and the most vulnerable is to when we have a long-term, expensive future and we don't have the assets to meet that, and we've got to come up with ways that are either going to be diminished lifestyle or dependent upon other people. Really want to make sure that we're identifying those financial risks and those vulnerabilities so that you have a secure financial future for your entire life. Also, we've got to, again, develop this customized financial plan and address their specific needs and goals. And again, the key word here is specific. No situation is alike. I can promise you this. Okay, everybody has a difference, and you need to make sure that you're addressing your loved one's specific needs and goals. We're also going to talk about now about the power of attorneys and guardianship out there. And these are two different things, similar but different. In understanding the importance of legal documentation, including the powers of attorney and guardianship, there are different types of powers of attorney. Some are limited, some are unlimited. Unlimited ones become closer to guardianship, okay? These are all tools that can help you manage somebody's finances and help them with their healthcare decisions. Also, there are different types that address different things. Powers of attorney often deal with the financial side of being able to make a decision for somebody when they are incapable of making that decision, where there are also the health directives that are a form of power of attorney. Think pull the plug, okay? Does this person wish to go through ongoing medical care if they are not really there, okay? And who has that health care directive? You also want to make sure that you have the right person that has that ability to make those hard decisions. Also, financial tools and resources. There are a lot of financial tools available out there. Some of them are as old as CDs and checking accounts. Some of them are as new and recent as reverse mortgages and long-term care and annuities. We want to make sure that you're talking to somebody that knows the risks, the benefits, and the cost of all of those types of things. The three things that are mentioned there are all high commission insurance products. They oftentimes can have a proper place in somebody's financial planning, but you need to be careful that it's not just being sold to you, it's actually something that you need. Then we're going to talk about open communication and collaboration. This is the most fungible, least tangible, and I believe the most difficult of any part of this is having the communication with people that in often cases are used to being independent and they don't want to be dependent upon kids or others. Also, there is no two siblings that were raised in the same household or view the world the same way. And so you're going to have a conglomeration of opinions, and you're going to have folks that are going to be more open to the conversation and less open to the conversation. Setting clear expectations and rules for everyone is an ideal, but try to get to that ideal is my main point here.